CT Laurentides, line 80, heading west.
Hey, dear, look.
He knows that horn so well. Are you a nerd?
No.
It says nerds. You look taller now.
Sorry?
You look taller than 6'9". It still shows up back pocket on top.
There you go. Amazon rejects. Yeah, and he used the same one that did that.
Oh, really?
Yes. But, yeah.
What, nearly crashed the bus?
No, when he did that to me. When he did the no film with the Thomas. Bring 94.
I think they changed it UI, that's why.
Oh. So now I can never post the messages.
Yeah, Pearson. Shut it, please. No, your window. Thank you. Freezing, man. Hey, look what's there. Left. Oh no, your side. Look up in the parking.
Mazda 5? Oh.
But did you ever ride a D model, Pierce?
D, yes, on Greyhound.
Oh. Oh,
Quite a while ago.
okay.
Back when they were still in business, actually. I've not been on a D stage.
Okay. You never been on an H? Did you just say that?
H, many times, yes.
Oh.
They asked me about the D, and I said, D, I was on with Greyhound. That's the last time I was on D. And then H.
How was that?
Greyhound?
A D, yeah.
It was alright. It was neither good or that. It wasn't like a J what was falling apart, so it was actually better than the J.
Bruh. Well, the D's more reliable than the J. No. Well, it depends. Apparently they used to call it the dependable D.
Yeah.
Freaking control, robots, computer, shipment, all done on your car.
What?
Or RTM. Everything they control from the bus, robots, scanner. Shipment, all control on the car.
Not very few. Usually when I first get that region is to go further beyond, so that's why I set foot on RTL business. We're trying to still make the sensibility from the
Probably next month we'll probably take a trip to Joliette to film the Eldorados before that Quebecois takes over with
Yeah.
Vicinities. There's only like what, 3-4 lines, that's it. There we are. Rem. Hey, there it is. 64 with the green window. Fiji?
They took one of me.
Oh.
But usually we just get more than 500. So
Wasn't it
we're just seeing
300?
300 new buses, but they had to replace 200 buses. So that's how we get 500 buses.
Yeah.
And I mean, Bell promised like 300, almost 400 new buses, but the STM also wanted to do fleet replacement, which is why we're seeing most of the second gens go away.
Yeah.
Which is why they bought another 100 buses.
Just bring back the 36-900s.
36? Oh, right.
The electric bikes.
Yeah.
I think 902 runs, but the other two don't.
Or you could actually just send them back to Novabus to get redone to LFSE Plus.
They are LFSE.
No, as in get upgraded to Plus.
Oh.
If they're that unreliable. But the problem is
I think what I've barely the first time they did service. I had barely one go on board on that.
Well, it's kind of like the 28-700s, you know, those things.
yeah, they were kind of prototypes. They were ahead of their time.
That's why I hope for the BYDs and the RTL.
The problem with the BYDs is that
But I have to go to Ottawa for at least a minimum a day to go film those New Flyer
in Barrows.
yeah. Because I have to film one of those at least at Mills. All the other buses, schmalfu.
I audio recorded one of them. I don't know if I saw the recording. So if you decide to do that, I'll go in the passenger seat with you. Get a widescreen. Yeah.
But Piers, let's just say if the day we take the 744, does it make more sense to do it in the morning or in the afternoon? Because the problem is the sun where it will be facing us, it will be facing the window. Is it because if we go west the whole length?
You mean the bus is pointed west, right?
Like let's say let's say at 4 in the afternoon, will the sun be facing in front of my camera? Yes, eh?
Yes.
Exactly.
The bus is pointing west, right?
Like if we're going this way, yeah.
Yeah. So in the morning.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
But hey, at least it frees us up for Saint Placide. Saint Placide runs all day. It's not me and here, so we can literally go the same morning towards that place.
That I would have to strategically plan out that one. That would really have to plan that one good. Worst case, I would have to drive out here to catch it in the morning.
It doesn't have to necessarily be super early, because the advantage of filming now is the days are longer, which means the sun moves across the sky far more slowly.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not like you go all the way up to, like, that's the thing is we can do 744 at St. Placide in the same morning, because the sun is going to go from behind you to somewhat above you, but it's never going to come down in front. It doesn't have enough time.
I know, but
Just think about it. The sun rose like literally, like 2 hours before I even had to leave the house, right? 4 in the morning. That's when the sun came up.
yeah,
The sun's not going to go down until about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
well, I know.
So what that means is that the sun has to travel the same distance for a lot longer time.
Well, yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it's not going to be that hard, because the sun is moving slowly. So as long as we start early, we're good.
the quarry.
Let's see if that's actually a quarry.
There.
Oh, wow.
C'est correct. Pas trop.
Let's just see comply. If it's like a basic improvement, no, not a basic improvement, like an SQ employee stops there and asks you like, what the fuck, why are you there? And like, well, this person told me to stop there. So, there it is. If you have something to say, tell that to her.
Like, if ever, like, I'm ahead of schedule, like, usually, like, I try to at least time it. That way, if I could get a light, I could just have the light use the time, you know, to regain it.
Yeah. Let's say I deliberately drive. If there's not much traffic around me, I just drive slow to deliberately waste time.
No, me, I don't do that.
Sometimes I see the RTL driving, he's driving slow on the left. Especially at like midnight.
Well, yeah, because of the last bus.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure.
But does the STM care about?
It's so random because it depends on the driver. Some drivers are driving slowly, and some drivers are so tired and they just want to go back and then just go fast.
Yeah.
But does the STM care about the avance? No.
As far as I can look, as far as I can tell, the STM doesn't give a shit about shit.
They don't have chronos, so they don't even have anything to know if they're.
Well, no, they
have in it, and it does the exact same things.
Yeah, they have that.
Different
Yeah.
systems in it. In it.
The iBus.
No, in it. INIT.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not basic.
The tablet, yeah, it has the time. If it's red, you're on avance. If it's green, or no, if it's red, you're in the delayed, I think.
Yeah, red is late.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how it works on chrono.
No,
No,
red.
it's yellow, it's
It's
yellow.
the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yellow. Red is you're ahead.
Ahead.
Yeah.
One thing I love, sometimes I see on the chrono, when the RTL bus gets closer to a turn, you just see the bus just turn red.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Me, I like it if ever I'm like 2 minutes late on my 32, on my 31 at 6:20. If I'm coming from Angriel Boulevard, once I'm on Angriel Boulevard going down to Trinidad, it jumps like 63 minutes ahead of schedule until I get to the platform. Imagine you know who says, "Hey, t'es 63 minutes en avance."
Yeah.
One thing I wonder is when the STM is going to implement chrono.
Oh.
Never.
No, they aren't. Chrono is going to
Here,
be
so what do you think of the
full
surge? The surge.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
There's a nice 3-point here. Right now.
It's like the next company is going to get chrono because you have RTL and Expo. Next one is going to get chrono is STL. The STL are next to the list. I'm getting
No, keep the original system.
No, they're going to have to get rid of it anyway.
Yeah.
Because the original system uses 3-3.
I know.
It's getting discontinued.
Technically, no. It can fall back onto 2G. If it has 3G, it can fall back onto 2G.
So what? You can work.
No, 2G is the basis for. Well, 2G was upgraded to 4G and now 5G. It's all part of GSM. So if you can communicate on 2G, you can technically speak to a 5G tower. You're just gonna get 2G service.
Yeah, but 2G is not fast enough for what.
It doesn't matter. Just let it fall back. The STM doesn't have the money.
Chrono is still by the RTM, and the RTM is going to decide us.
But how do you?
Just wait until the STM says we have no money for anything.
Oh yeah, there was a train track there. Wait, well, we've had behind those trees. I think there's a train track.
Probably the old CN train from there. I guess.
How do they make these? Hot glue? The seals on the screws?
Caulk. They caulking again.
What do you mean the seal?
The yellow on the screw.
That's a paint marker.
Oh, like your Loctite.
Not Loctite. Loctite is on the actual threads of the bolt and either side of it. That is a grease or paint pen. So it's a pen full of paint, and you just strike it on that bolt. So you can tell if anyone's ever tightened it or not.
That's like a warranty thing. Right?
Exactly. So if anyone ever moves that bolt, that line's never going to be straight and line up again. or even if they do line up, it'll be cracked.
Yeah.
Because the paint top then will struck.
Yeah, is there the tree tracks over there?
Oh yeah, there. Yes, it is.
That stop was great. A park and ride open for boats.
Yeah, one thing that's gonna happen is eventually they're gonna come in and the bus company is gonna have their own install, including STM and STL.
Then we have to take the 88 again. Oh. We have to take the 88.
The one that goes to center, right? Don't even mention it. What it was not gonna take the train from there. Why are you gonna pick one?
Yeah, because I know there's one around shit. It would actually be passing right about now.
Yeah, but not Rosemary at this time.
I know.
Yeah, but
There's one that leaves Park, I think around
12:25.
Yeah, that one.
12:25, I think, or is it 2:25? Because I know I always mess the two up. I think there's the 2:25 or the 12 something.
I gotta
12:10,
check.
I think.
Take it.
No, I'm not catching it.
Oh, so we are going directly to St. Anne's.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna either take the 60, 22, or 23. Or the 74, I don't know.
And to make us suffer 3 weeks.
Well, there is, though.
Yeah, well, I assume that the buses are assigned based on the peak load. Because we're kind of in the middle of the day here. That and the problem with longer lines is that people will ride for longer, so the bus on average will be full. So, especially on peak, I can see that this bus getting somewhat full.
No, I've never seen it packed, this bus. I've never.
Not, I wouldn't say packed, I said somewhat full.
Oh.
At most, it's but it's simply because this route goes for such a long way.
I can imagine the 744 is probably dead.
Yeah.
The old Express Soka. The 243, maybe there would be people, maybe.
Yeah.
But the 744, who's gonna take that? You know.
Focus students, I guess.
Hey, camper.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those in this area. 85 conversions that trailer park.
Yeah.
But they do make those into campers.
Yeah.
If you have like $3 million to blow.
Oh, there's the slides.
What? Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a selection spot of the. So you just imagine being here last Saturday. Wow.
Yeah.
And then we keep leaving again.
It was last Saturday.
Yeah, last weekend.
Oh.
Just
Oh yeah,
imagine.
you're right. I remember I heard that in the radio. Right.
Just
That's why
imagine being a
I'm
driver
afraid
for
to
this
shit.
Well, I think on weekends in the vicinity. I think.
Oh god. Imagine a vicinity going here Saturday. Oh. Imagine. Especially if there was a lot of people taking this, but just like getting to the beach club.
So the slides just go right into the river, or the lake?
So it's not supposed to go into the lake.
Well, I don't know.
They have their own. I've been there before, so they have their own. I know there's a way to go there, but there are different places.
Yeah.
It's gonna take much longer than a car, but
Still.
yeah. Yeah, the one park I haven't been in a long time is Cuomo.
The park at Memorial City.
No, Cuomo. Yeah, townships.
Ah.
I think it's pronounced Vermont.
Romont.
Oh, Momo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I heard it as Momo.
Oh, something closed here. Close the street. Yeah, so it looks like something happened in the plateau, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a lot more costly than what happened out here. Fucking quite getting deep.
Put your finger on the window, Kirsten, like on the top corner. No, on the window, on the glass. Glass. Yeah. Point it, slide it that way. No, lower than that, where the streak is. I want to know if that's on the inside. Yeah, that's on the inside. Good job cleaning the windows.
Some Windex.
What's on the other side? Laval?
Probably.
No, we're way too far west for that.
Roxborough?
No, not even Roxborough. That would be, if I remember correctly, that would probably be Hudson.
Oh.
Hudson or thereabouts. Almost full way, actually.
On the other side. Over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Oh yeah, it is actually bizarre, I'm saying, Jack.
Yeah, it's Roxborough, huh?
No.
Oh, it's bizarre.
Oh, it's bizarre.
Yeah, further west.
Jesus, getting fed up of sitting there. Well, this is much faster than when we took with the old bus with Chris. Oh my god, he was driving so slow. Pool.
Well, ironically, it'd be a nice place to have. Like, just pump water from nearby fucking smoke. You know, some shock in it. Run through the filter a few times and good to go. Cheaper than paying for that much water from the city.
Oh, the pumping station, I think, is that. To your left? Right there?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the train? Okay, where's the train?
Oh, yeah, that's the diesel.
Let's just take the metro, go to that zone, take the 400, and then we can take the 6.
Yeah, that would actually be nice.
Yeah.
Huh?
That would actually be nice. Or we can just make our way across on the buses. Sure.
But it has to be the same driver for the 6.
Well, this driver is a hit and miss, I find.
Oh, GMC Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, finally.
What?
We're back at Chemin-Doka, finally. I don't know, this route, it's hard to say. Like, I don't mind it, but it feels long. I'd rather 31 fuck.
I mean, it's not many.
Bring the bus right there. See, with these, you can open the door when you're driving. Taunt, there's no signs, so God, you can't do that. I hope my new buses we can do that. I hope. There's the quarry. Are the seats still there?
I don't know, I haven't come back.
Okay.
I've done 8 of my 10 hours. Go ahead and check, but I'm not going to
Yeah, so we shall see what your predictions are. You're sitting to see if 6030 is going to survive till 2100 because of budget cuts.
60-30.
The vicinity, when you said in the video. Another thing I don't like about the new Flyers is the interlock sound when the brake releases. Unlike these, it's like, though the new Flyers is a lot longer and more annoying. Hey, Chartwell. Chartwell.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes one. Oh, the 93, I like that. 93 is nice. It's actually a really nice route.
How's this money when it comes to
Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to ride this route. I'm not going to ride it again, man. Oh, you know what? Yeah, wrong. Never mind. I'm only going to ride it until they do the new reform and next year. The ramp. cars come with VTEC engines. Like not like anything Honda. Okay.
Yeah, it's their
Even
brand.
even the Fit.
Yep, even the
Yeah.
It's their brand for variable timing engine control. And that's pretty common on just about every car these days. So I would be surprised if you see somewhere that says VTEC.
Do they?
Sometimes it's not super loudly advertised, it's not a sport model, but VTEC is in every single home.
What about Ford? Do they make mostly like Ford engines on Ford vehicles?
Yes. It's just a matter of oops.
What's your opinion on the Duramax diesel?
I've actually never seen one in the flesh.
Well, the GMC Minis diesels, that's what they have in them.
I did ride a GMC Mini when I was in Hudson, actually. It was quite nice.
Yeah.
I was unsure if it was a Duramax diesel.
It probably is. But even if it's gonna happen for the Société Transport, if the STM's gonna be doing only the Metro, that means there's gonna be more money for them, right? To invest, to renovate it.
I guess.
No. It doesn't mean anything because the reason why the STM's in the hole that they're in is because they're not getting enough fares don't cover its revenue. So
The fares don't cover the revenue.
no, they don't.
Okay.
Technically, like they take the money in, but it's not enough.
Okay.
So the STM basically has three options: A, double or triple the fare to break even; B, stop layoffs; or C, cut maintenance, which is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because bit by bit, they are cutting the maintenance. They're turning off lights here and there.
Yeah.
So sometimes they replace some of the big step-wall lights and LEDs with LED floodlights instead. They should have done for the past 40 fucking years.
Abandon what?
The blue line.
Oh. Oh, we have an H coming up on our left.
Nice.
Turning. Well, they should have built the freaking blue line.
They only built 2/3 of the platform and they said, fuck it.
Yeah, but now when you look at it, you know. But why? Give me the reason. Why does the blue line close early all the time?
Honestly, it's probably staffing, weird traditions, and on top of that, you have modern mismanagement in the past from the Schnob era forward, when they started using the STM as a political position, not as running it like a business.
Yeah.
And effectively, ever since the AMT fell apart due to corruption, that's when everything really started to fall apart. It's still used because the tram loop. That's why we have the 11. Was
Yeah.
the 11 tram. A lot of the numbers are carried over from the tram system.
Yeah.
Hell, it's the reason why the 15 exists at all, but it really shouldn't. Because that's literally all it does. Is it's the old 15 tram. A lot of why the STM is the way it is can be explained down here. This is the way they've been doing it for 10, 15 decades.
But do you find also that it was kind of dumb for them to change to Mouvement Collectif? And they should have stayed STM? Like,
I honestly don't see what the point of that rebrand was.
I know, it was kind of bullshit.
It was just, hey, we have money, let's do a rebrand, yay!
Okay, yeah, huh.
But
And they
when
using
you
that.
start digging below the most surface level things, you're gonna find history everywhere, somewhere in the STM, simply because it's that old of an organization.
But go figure, they stopped using that freaking the T arrow, you know.
That's why, and it took them until 2009. They used it, I think, the first time in 1940 something.
I know. Apparently the tiles inside are blue in the station.
Yep.
Yes, because that's the motif of this bottle line. It's blue.
If you go over the West Island, it's green.
Yeah, West Island is green.
The center is red.
Center is red. No, center is
No, yeah.
It's the
between Kana'a and where the junction is, like one front is red.
okay. Yeah, that part. Yeah.
The station
yeah,
downtown was the only metro connection is white.
Yeah.
And some sure it's yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you, but Elton, he made a video there. He showed one of the West Island stations. He's like, wow, like, you know, these stations is not like your small little stations anymore. Now it's this whole big complex.
It's because it's a fully enclosed building with an HVAC system.
He doesn't get it.
He's an old fuck. Stuck in the past.
No, but I mean, it's a whole enclosed building with a ventilation system and everything.
But it makes it look good. At least, you know. You know, imagine one day they rebuild the Vaudreuil stations. Imagine they get rid of those tunnels, those old tunnels under the 20. Pine Beach, you've been there, right? The tunnel?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't been to any of the tunnels except Dorpat.
Oh,
Yeah, but no, the West Island station, they all have tunnels under the 20 from way back when the STM used to run the trains.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they put them there to connect to the bus.
I feel like those stations along the lines, they need some modernization.
Need what?
They need some to be modernized.
The Vaudreuil line, it's age, man. It's like
When you look at that, it looks like a time capsule.
like I know, like I think the stations that show their age the most are Lachine, Pine Beach, Valois, Cedar Park, Beaconsfield, Beaurepaire, Baie-Dauphin, especially Saint Anne. Yeah.
And all the fucking stores.
Pretty much. Except Dorpat.
Honestly,
Point
I think
Claire.
the ones that have shown. I think the one that showed us age the most actually is Hudson.
Yeah, but Hudson is Hudson. Let it be. I'm talking about others.
Yeah, because what Dorval is turning into the proper intermodal connection. With like better connections between the Rio Rail and bus terminal.
Yeah, that dumper. That foamer dump.
Like, I mean, it's connected fairly well as it is. It's just the VRL that doesn't really have a pedestrian connection.
Yeah.
One thing that it would need is the connection to the ramp. That's the one thing I don't get. Why didn't they?
Just put a vicinity shuttle bus.
And the city of Dorval said, "Fuck off."
The reason that?
Yeah, most of the people in Dorval, when they said, "Oh, some people are considering, high rises because there might be a random exception to Dorval," they said, "No, no, 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 no." So there's going to be no car parking. There's going to be no space for us to live the way we want to live. No, 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 no. And nobody wanted to put up the money anyways. Because who the fuck wants to go to Dorval?
Everybody wants to go to the West Island.
But not Dorval. That's the thing. There's better places in the West Island to be. Even if you're flying planes, you go to Jacques de l'Essai, and that's in Lachine.
I like DDO.
Like, it's not bad. It's just what's so fucking special about DDO?
Everything. Life, food, music.
Personally, I prefer Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue.
I prefer Centerville. I like Centerville.
Centerville is nice to pass through because it's all farms. It's basically the only rural part of the island that's still actually left.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike if you go to east of Laval in Saint Francois, there's still farmland in there.
Yeah. Although it's even stranger that you're technically in an actual municipality, not just an actual independent town. You're in a full-fledged city.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, but man, only if they would just make the freaking Elitort with the RAM. Vaudreuil would love that. Like the citizens.
Yeah, Vaudreuil probably would.
Because Vaudreuil has freaking like, it's grown so much over the
Oh
years.
my god, a fucking...
It's European?
Japanese.
And who makes it?
Oh, fucking one's not bad, John.
Honda, I guess.
Could be Daihatsu, could be Nissan, could be Isuzu.
Hyundai is
Mitsubishi.
Korean.
No, they don't make K cars for the Japanese market.
Yeah. Hyundai is
No,
Korean.
yeah, but Korea does not have the unique car laws that Japan has that makes them tiny cars.
Yeah, no, that's why I said that Hyundai doesn't make cars like that.
Okay.
Hey, this used to be an X.
Because you said Hyundai.
Yeah.
You said Hyundai, but I was correcting them.
Okay, I did. Okay, I only heard you say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, I bought one of the big ones before they wanted tickets here. But I only paid like 25 to 50 bucks. It's fucking odd.
Well, you pay $250 and you can get up here from one.
Line. X section.
Yeah, why would you buy the map if the worst if you were on the SDM?
You know, the essential really invest in. If they had the money, you should just open up a station. What's wrong? Because they'll show an empty plot next
Hey.
to the station. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not coach. But yeah, it's like an empty plot line right next to the station.
Yeah.
The rest station. Ready for that. And I think the tunnel length is already going all the way to Godfather.
Well,
No? Or
we
is
stopped
this,
at the garage and stopped there because again, they didn't want to build it out there.
but they had like a kilometer long tunnel but from CB.
Yes,
That
to
you
the
can tell
garage.
tracks. Well, let's see.
Alright, 88.
And both were, they were like 8 to 6 trains. Those tell tracks.
Damn.
Quite a lot.
But you know, when you think about it, there you have it, guys. My ride on City Laurentides 695. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos to come. Have a good day. Thank you.